Alright, I'm hungover as fuck. Been hungover as fuck since the morning. But it's time to respond to your guys' questions. A little disappointed this time. Only 3 people asked questions. But it is what it is, and I'll honor those questions with answers. So let's get to it. I'm gonna start with first posted comment to the latest comment posted. S-Man Speaks has a few questions for me. He asks, first question he asks, would you ever consider heading to libertarianism? The question really should be is, would I ever consider heading back to libertarianism? My answer is no. I just don't agree with the philosophy anymore. I believe there should be a safety net provided by the government. I don't really buy the whole, charities over tax-funded programs. I honestly feel like libertarianism put into practice would probably devolve into a commercialized bullshit state, or I guess more than it is now. I will say that I am sympathetic with their message of isolationism, and their message on the drug war and all that shit. But as far as their economic views, I don't like them. Their social views are okay, though. Great, really. And I'll give them credit where credit's due. They were one of the... I think they may have been the first political party in America that was for gay marriage and probably marijuana legalization. So no, I probably will not be heading back to libertarianism ever again, but you never know. Second question he asks is, what party do you consider yourself a part of? None of them. I don't consider myself part of any party. Now, as far as the political compass is concerned, I'm down 4 spaces in the libertarian side, and I think I'm 2 to the left, so I'm in the green square. I wouldn't consider myself a centrist. I have a little bit more extreme views than I think a centrist would have. But as far as parties are concerned, I don't really affiliate myself with a party anymore. But with that being said, I guess you could call me a leftist on the most basic levels. I guess left libertarian applies to me, but I'm not one of these anarcho-socialists or libertarian socialists or syndicalists. That's too collective for me. I still like individuality, but I guess I'm more of a state-hugging leftist, so to speak. Third question S-Man asks is, would you do a response video to your older videos on libertarianism? Well, I don't really necessarily make response videos to my older videos, but I do have a series that gets updated sporadically called A Former Libertarian Criticizes Libertarianism. So I think since I've already made that, it'd probably just be counterproductive to start replying to my older videos. Question number 4 is, would you make a diss track on John Ramirez? I mean, if I wanted to be extra shitty, probably. I mean, I would consider it, but probably not. I mean, like, I know he's my OG arch nemesis here on YouTube, but I don't know if I'd put a diss track on him yet or not. And S-Man's final question is, are you going to make a John Ramirez Exposed 3 years later video? Yeah, probably, just for shits and giggles. I kind of like stirring that fan base up, so, yeah. That being said, has a few questions for me. What is your current state of spirituality? I don't believe in any deities or anything. I don't really have any answers to those questions, what created the universe, what didn't. But I don't believe in a deity. I don't necessarily believe in an afterlife like heaven, hell. I just kind of believe in reincarnation, but it's not reincarnation in the sense that we just kind of get dropped back onto Earth. I kind of feel like maybe you switch into a different dimension after you die. For a while, I always thought when we die, we kind of go in this weird state where our soul is kind of a teacher to us, right? And they'll like write down or whatever, keep a record of everything that's going to happen in that next life, and then your soul goes into a body and you experience that next life exactly how it was written out. But now I just kind of believe it's way more random than that. What movements or ideals did you go through to get here, and how do you feel about where you're at now? I'm not really understanding the question, but I'll try to answer it the way I think it's asking. So, movements or ideals did you go through to get here? If you're asking like politically, I was kind of all over the map. By the time I hit YouTube, though, I was a libertarian, and I stayed libertarian the longest out of any other political philosophy. But as I kept going on in libertarianism, they're talking about, privatized roads, healthcare isn't a right, other stuff, and it kind of makes me think like, man, these guys are just a bunch of yuppies who just want to take everything from you. So I dropped that. I don't really go by a political label now, as said before, but I'm more of a leftist on the spectrum as of now. And how do you feel about where you're at now? Well, maybe he meant like life-wise. In regards to life, it's got ups and downs. Right now, I'm kind of hungry for more, I guess. I feel like I need to start getting out there, push it out there, get a higher paying job, get back on the selling the trading cards and all that, because that really gave me a lot of money. But yeah, as of now, I'm kind of on the quest for more monetary gain. I'm not totally dissatisfied with life, but it could be better. But it can always be better. Are you into any other types of art besides music? Only other type of art I'm really into besides music is like landscape paintings, or like classic Renaissance era paintings. Other than that, not much. And that being said, final question is, what do you consider to be your biggest strengths? My ability to remain calm. It really does take a lot to push me over the edge and have me yell at you. I think I'm more on the higher end of being witty and clever than most people. And basically, I guess just being a genuine person, not hiding behind anything, and not lying to people. I always try to keep it as real as possible. So I'd consider those my biggest strengths. My downfalls, if I make a mistake, it can be small mistakes. I'm my own worst critic, and I will beat myself up over it. Um, yeah, and the final question is asked by John Kyle, who simply asks, where are you on the justice system? Well, once again, I don't really understand where he's going with this, but my version of the justice system would be more like this. I feel like the way the courts should work is that there should be professional jurors who make a salary by being a juror. Make it illegal for the defense attorneys or the prosecution to make contact with the professional jurors outside of the case or outside of the courtroom, make it like a jailable offense. And they'll have an actual working knowledge of the law. It won't be a lot of, I hate to say it, but a lot of the people who aren't as well off in life seem to be doing the jury duty. And it seems like a lot of them are kind of ignorant of the law. So these people would have a functioning, well-working understanding of the fundamentals of the American justice system. As far as sentencing is concerned, I don't believe in the death penalty unless you're a domestic or foreign terrorist. And I believe we should be practicing more on rehabilitation, especially with nonviolent offenders. I think we need to get rid of the private prison system and totally take it over by the state. Because these private prison systems operate like this, oh, you talked out of line, that's a 1 month offense. They'll just keep adding time and time and time to your sentence for just simple shit that probably would be looked down upon if people knew what was going on in private prisons, but they just don't care to illustrate or get the picture in their head. As far as weed's concerned, weed should be legal. I believe weed should be legal, and I believe psychedelics should be legal as well. And decriminalize opiates, decriminalize methamphetamine, instead of a jail sentence, assuming they were just found with it or found using it, make them go through like some type of rehabilitation program, like maybe have like a special wing of the jail that's not necessarily a jail, just keep them there, but it's more focused on rehabilitation than punishment. Basically, my view of the justice system is rehabilitation over punishment. Junkie's not going to learn how to not be a junkie if you consistently tell him he's a junkie. If you tell him he's a junkie, he's just going to go right back to doing it. Because he'll be like, you know what, dude? They think I'm one anyway, might as well just do it. So, yeah, that wraps up this question video. I will see you back again answering these questions once I hit 700 subscribers. Hope you enjoyed the video. You'll probably hear from me maybe the beginning of next week. With that being said, until next time.